What's up, guys? Here we go. Again, thanks for tuning in to Cool Boys Channel Mix. We're at the top of the world here because we're doing all the top-notch, crazy, and interesting TikToks. So let's get right into it.
This is scary. In 1978, three
Yeah, really.
teenagers
I
stumbled
love this
upon
guy.
an old crashed German aircraft deep in the Brazilian rainforest. However, when they entered the plane, they realized that it appeared much more modern and larger from the inside than it did from the outside. One of the boys discovered a hatch on the floor. When he opened it, they found only a 40-meter-long ladder leading down into darkness. They took out their flashlights and descended. Down there, they discovered an old German secret base with thousands of secret projects and experiments, including the Glocke and various reports about experiments involving humans. But that's not all. Official documents were found that stated a moon base was constructed in 1939. What are your thoughts about this?
Man, I don't know if that's a true story or not, but if it is, wild. All I can say, wild.
3 reasons why you should not vape. Number 1, vaping has become very socially acceptable. So you don't have to go outside or to a designated smoking area like you do with cigarettes. So as a result, people vape more than they do when they smoke cigarettes. So you're exposing your lungs to the smoke throughout the course of the day in a much greater volume than you do when you smoke cigarettes. Number 2, the amount or levels of nicotine in the vape solution is unpredictable, usually much higher than in cigarettes. So it is more dangerous and more addictive than actually smoking cigarettes. Number 3, and probably most importantly, is that when you're vaping, you're heating an oil that then becomes small, hot droplets that you inhale directly into your lung tissue. This damages the air sacs in the lungs, and the oil that gets trapped in there cannot be cleared by the body, and it is there forever. Your body, your rules, you should at least know the facts. I hope you guys have a great day. 3 reasons why you should not.
And that's why you shouldn't vape, everyone.
I personally believe this is one of the most important scientific discoveries of all time. I am really shocked that we don't even learn this in school. This is some next level stuff, and it was verified to be true. Dr. Masaru Emoto. And what he discovered was, when you speak to the water and you say certain things like, I love you, or, you're my friend.
Or beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Angel. It could be simple, just like angel, happiness, peace. When you say these positive words to the water and then you freeze it, it makes beautiful shapes.
Most of the time they're symmetrical. They look like
you
beautiful.
Google images. They have photos of this.
They look like snowflakes, like beautiful, symmetrical snowflakes.
Now, when you say mean, nasty words to the water, and then they freeze the water, it would make ugly, repulsive shapes.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah, like cracks and looks like damage.
Bubbles.
And you basically prove that, your consciousness and your will combined with the intention behind your words affects reality. It's like the concept that, your words are magic. So much so that you change physical reality.
Yeah, it is quite literally proof that the things that come out of your mouth
change reality.
Affect your physical surrounding.
Personally believe this is one.
Man, this one's pretty crazy right here. I've heard this before, but I keep wanting to try it, but I always forget. But next time I get some, I'll have to remember tonight. Man, that looked pretty real. I don't know, it kind of looked pretty realistic. But, I don't know.
This is why the Japanese people are considered among the wisest and greatest nations in the world. You'll be quite surprised by the end. In Japanese schools, the students don't take any exams until they reach grade 4. The Japanese believe that at this age, there are far more important lessons to impart to children than those found on tests. First, there's teaching proper behavior and respect for all people, regardless of their financial status. Second, it's about fostering independence and simultaneously the ability to work in a team. For example, there are no janitors in schools.
Wow, yeah.
students share responsibilities and take full charge of cleaning. Third, students learn the importance of valuing and conserving the environment. Fourth, education is pursued truly for knowledge, not for grades. In the lower and middle grades, students aren't given grades. Fifth, politeness and punctuality are emphasized. As a result, children's interest in their studies is so high that attendance rates are nearly 100%. And the overall development of these children ranks among the most advanced. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments. Iron Will is a project that wishes to inspire and improve people's lives. If you wish to join our journey, follow us.
Yeah, I've always heard that too. So it seems like the Asians are ahead of the curve. They know what's up.
Have you ever noticed why vending machines, there's always a Coca-Cola one and then there's a Pepsi one right beside it?
No, I haven't.
So if you go to like a stadium,
Yeah?
they usually have one machine
Just
and
all
then
for Coke and Pepsi?
yeah, and then another one for like the
I like
Pepsi
it.
products.
Why?
But why would they put it
Yeah,
right beside each other? Check this out.
Yeah?
Because if there's a Coke machine, right?
Uh-huh.
In your head, your thought process is, okay, am I gonna buy a Coke or not?
Yeah.
But when you see Coke and Pepsi, the thought process in your head is, which one will I get?
Okay.
So you're gonna buy it. It's just which one. So it changes from am I gonna buy to which one do I buy? Now this is real science, fam. This is real like marketing science. Both companies started profiting way more and increased the sales the moment
I like that,
competition was right beside it.
Interesting guy.
Because it no longer became a choice of am I hungry or not? Am I thirsty
they
or not?
give you options.
It became a which one do I want?
That's great. Man, that's something I didn't really thought about, but come to think, when I think back on it, it does make sense. They are always together like that. So, what do you guys think? Let me know.
David, tell everybody who you are and tell everybody your background, please.
Okay, my name is David Fravor. I served 24 years in the military, and I flew for 18 years for the Navy. Every qualification you could get in the airplane. Went to Top Gun, and at the time of the incident that we're going to talk about, I was a commanding officer of VFA 41, the Black Aces. We have no idea that for 2 weeks we've been at sea, they've been tracking these things coming out of the sky. And when I talked to the Princeton controller, he's like up to about a dozen of them. So as we're looking around, we look to the right and we see whitewater. So as we're looking at it, what we see is this white tic-tac looking object just above the surface of the water, and it's going north, south, east, west. It's just radically moving forward, back, left, right at will. And it's moving around. So the first thing you look for is rotor wash. You can see that. It's really easy to see from the air. So we're like, no rotor wash. Matter of fact, don't see any rotors. Don't see any tail rotor. Don't see any, the main rotors. We're like, that's kind of weird. So I said, I'm going to go check it out. The other pilot says, hey, I'm going to stay up here. And as I'm coming down, the tic-tac just kind of rapidly goes boop and turns. So now it's kind of pointing east-west, and now it mirrors us. We're coming down, it starts coming up. I'm like, well, this is getting interesting. So we kind of drive all the way around a circle. I'm descending, it's coming up, and I just kind of drop my nose aggressively, and I cut across the circle, and it's coming this way. And it starts to accelerate, and within about less than a second, as I start to pull nose onto it and it crosses right in front of me, it just goes poof and it's gone. So I call the other airplane and I said, you guys see that thing? And they're like, sir, it's gone. We don't see it at all. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. I said, hey, let's turn around and let's go back to see what was in the water. Oh, we're right there. We haven't gone anywhere. It's gone. Water's perfectly, there's no white water, nothing. It's just blue. So we turn back around, now we're heading back out towards the east. I'm kind of weirded out. We start heading back and the controller on the Princeton comes up and he says, sir, you're not going to believe this, but that thing is back at your cap point. This thing has went from wherever we were at to, about 60 miles in maybe 30, 40 seconds. It's already over there. And they didn't track it. It just appeared.
David, tell everybody who you are and tell everybody your background.
Well, he's telling the truth. I mean, he's a pilot. Why would he lie like that? He didn't sound like he was lying. Flying saucers, guys. UFOs. They're real.
We finally know why NASA stopped exploring the oceans, and it's terrifying.
NASA started exploring the deep sea in 1958, but completely stopped in 2014 and suddenly began putting 100% of their efforts towards space exploration and trying to get us off this planet. People began wondering why they made this rapid change, but no one had any clue. That was until just a few days ago when a NASA head engineer had been fired and decided to speak out about this. What he said is terrifying. He explained that as they were exploring and mapping out an area near Hawaii, they came across a cave opening which they had never seen before. The cave then led them to an enormous opening that they had no idea even existed. They began mapping the area out and then saw something unusual. The floor deep beneath them was glowing red, and their submarine temperatures were skyrocketing. They were terrified to find out that it was a huge underwater volcano, possibly the largest one to ever exist. Not only that, but it looked like it was going to blow in the next 15 years or so. The engineer stated that the eruption will be similar in disaster to when the meteor wiped out the dinosaurs. This could make the human species completely extinct. Ever since then, NASA has been attempting to colonize a different planet in order to save us. The engineer also shared some photos of what they saw, which is too shocking for TikTok to see them comment, view images.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. But I mean, when it comes to NASA, there's all reasons they could have made up for stopping. But it seems kind of far-fetched. I'd have to hear a little bit more on it to believe it. Let me know what you guys think. And with that being said, that's all we got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe if you want to get some more videos like this, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. See ya.